What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week, man, of CBSI's Friday FOC with East Meets West. I'm your guy, Joker, man. This guy right here with the green, and I'm here with this guy, Josh.
With the white. Yeah. Not in black today, in white.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So today's going to be a short show. Well, let me preface that.
We'll try or whatever. We'll see. Play by
a
ear.
Short show in terms of the comics. Last week was a long slideshow. There was like 52 slides. This week's very short. We think because it lines up with the 4th of July in 3 weeks. That being said, I think there's a lot to talk about this week other than just comics.
Oh, you're talking about the Microsoft showcase?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I'm kidding. I only heard about it. If you know more about it, then you can talk about it. But go ahead.
Okay. So I watched it. There's a couple of showcases. Yeah, of course. I watch it every year. There is one.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I am not an Xbox hater. It's just that Xbox does not have any first-party games, or very rarely so.
I mean, they do. This is yeah. I know what you mean.
They really don't, but okay. There's very few. Anyway, the showcase was okay. Okay, you kind of have to look at this from a couple different angles. One, okay. Was the showcase good? I don't think so, and I think people are split down the middle. That being said, there was something at the end, being Starfield, where they did an hour presentation on Starfield alone.
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda's new game, which looks fucking awesome.
That shit was all of my feed. That Starfield shit.
I watched it twice. That's how fucking awesome it looked. Wow. Okay. Now, a couple things. Bethesda, I was talking about this with Wink, is extremely hit or miss. And I don't mean just Bethesda proper. I mean Bethesda and all their studios that Bethesda owns. Bethesda has a very hard time coming into the present with their engine, and still their facial animations on their characters still look like from the PS3, Xbox 360 era. Like Fallout 4 and I swear to God, and Elder Scrolls. That
like fucking Siphon Filter 1.
Yeah,
PlayStation 1.
It's just bad. And this is what they've been criticized for forever.
Yeah.
But the environments look outstanding. And I'm optimistic about this because we've been told this before with other games. But if they can pull off what they're claiming that they can do and what they're bragging about, it looks freaking phenomenal.
Okay.
There were some other games that they showed that, they showed them during the Xbox conference, but they're not just Xbox exclusive, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, one being they showed a little bit more of Assassin's Creed, which I thought was fucking dope. The gameplay.
I love it, but a lot of people don't, because a lot of people don't like Assassin's Creed, and then there's others who like the new Assassin's Creed, not the old. I loved it. There's one thing.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but the Assassin's Creed looks like vintage Assassin's Creed, like old school Assassin's Creed.
I agree. And kind of like with Bethesda, Ubisoft is also guilty of the following. While it's 100% updated and I'm psyched for it, there's a bunch of new things. The animations still look the same from like 2009.
Yeah.
Like there's certain companies that can't update themselves. That being said, I am so fucking pumped for Starfield.
yo, you gotta get the motherfucking one. Look at that shit. Look, everybody. Look. Mr. PS5 over here. Okay.
Yo, but I did the same thing with Xbox One. I told you that before. I bought it specifically for Ori and the Blind Forest, and then Ori and the Will of the Wisps came out. And I did buy it to play Gears, not because I bought it specifically to play Gears, but I'm like, let me just see what this is all about. But that's the problem with Xbox. I buy an Xbox for one game.
I'm just similar with PlayStation 5 because I'm not much into what's going on with PlayStation 5 now. I mean, PS right now. And I was, I only play Gears in certain games, not much. My game library is not really, wide or whatever. But man, now that you say that, why? What's the purpose of you buying that?
The Xbox?
The Starfield game that's coming out?
For Starfield, and that's it.
That's it.
And nothing else. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you this. And the only reason I bought this is because I guarantee you, because Starfield comes out on PC the same day that it comes out on Xbox, which I just don't understand why they do that. And I would totally buy that on PC. However, I cannot stand fucking around on PCs with games, because every time I get a game on a PC now, like, I have to like fuck around with it forever, or it says like my computer can't run it, which I always have like the top of the line freaking rig every time. And then like the next game that comes out, oh, it's not powerful enough. Like, what do you mean? Like, this PC is like 3 months old and it's got like the best of the best in it. How can that be?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I went out the next day and got this freaking Xbox. I mean, that's how bad. Like, and I'll tell you that. And here's the other thing. This is not coming out of the box until I get Starfield. I'm not setting it up, because God forbid Starfield comes out and it gets bad reviews, which I doubt, unless it's broken, which it could be on launch. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these bigger games are broken on launch. I'll just never open it. But that's the only game I plan on getting for Xbox until they show me something that's worth getting. The only other thing that I really liked in there that was a Microsoft first-party game was the Sea of Thieves. You know Sea of Thieves? That like multi-player cartoony pirate game. They're doing a crossover with Monkey Island, which I love Monkey Island. I don't give a shit about Sea of Thieves. And it fits perfectly. It's a good crossover. It's a great idea. It's just not going to sell. That game is too old now. Nobody really cared about it in the first place. It kind of caught its legs a little bit after it came out. It was also kind of broken on launch, and it didn't really have a lot to it. And then a lot of the other games were just whatever. I mean, I know people are excited for a new Fable, which the graphics look awesome. Granted, it was just mostly a CG trailer, but who's doing it? The guys who make the Forza games. And that's really Microsoft's only critically and commercially acclaimed first-party game. None of the other ones they have are both of those things.
Yeah, there was a couple things I was reading on IGN that they kind of missed, and they were supposed to mention or whatever. Some first-party, I forgot what it was, but there was another game that that was I think an Xbox Microsoft exclusive, which is Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark, they didn't mention, they didn't talk about it, and some other stuff. But so besides that, man, it didn't seem really much going on, besides that Starfield, because that was all over my feed, bro. And it was
don't get me wrong, there was other good games in there but they just weren't Microsoft only games. Like that Star Wars Outlaws game looks fucking dope.
I gotta check it out. I'm gonna check the. It's on YouTube already. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, guys, man.
Okay, so we're not going to start this show yet because I feel like there's two other things that we need to talk about.
But we didn't. Well, no, you know what? We'll mention CBSI and all that stuff right before.
Yeah. Right. Or we could do that right now. Just little. So this is going to be for final order cutoff for June 18th, Sunday, June 18th for DC and Independence ordered through Lunar, and there really is no DC this week at all. And Monday the 19th for Marvel and Independence ordered through Diamond. And make sure you go over to comicbookinvest.com, CBSI, for all your comic book information needs, articles, what's happenings, all that stuff. Say hello to Ben C. So, two sad things that we need to get out of the way.
Oh, okay. I know what you want.
First one, John Romita Sr.
Oh, my God. That hit hard.
Yeah.
It hit hard, but then again, the man was 93 years old, right?
I mean, I say this, it's not funny, and I know it's going to come out wrong, but the guy had one foot in the grave for years at this point. I mean, every year, like I know, especially at Terrificon, the guy that puts on Terrificon, knows, quote unquote, him, and it's like every year we're expecting him not to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, for a while, like you could say, like before the pandemic, when it was East Coast Comic Con up in Jersey, they had Desert Wind, and Desert Wind was doing those private signings with him. CBCS was doing signings with him, and he'll only do them at home,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
so we knew he was, at that like at that stage, like, yeah, man, I'm not fucking around, I'm not going nowhere, so. We just didn't know he lasts this long. And not to make fun of nothing. We're not making fun, but it's just like 93 is the man he's an icon to me. And then Josh can agree too when it comes to Spider-Man. I know
The
Steve
best.
Ditko created him, granted, but he gave Spider-Man his attitude. He drew the way I see Spider-Man back.
Yes.
Is what I think of Romita, how he draws
That's
Spider-Man.
how everyone thinks of it. When you think of Spider-Man, the proverbial you, that's Romita's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He is the best Spider-Man artist, bar none. I don't care what anyone says. Ditko is not. I'm sorry. I don't even think he's the second best.
No, but we just give him his props. Obviously, he's definitely the creator. Definitely,
yeah, he's the creator, and obviously, I mean, he's still in the upper echelon. Yeah. There's no doubt.
But it was Romita who gave him his life. He gave him life.
And if really, I don't know how much you know about like Romita's backstory, but if you guys, we won't go into it here, but if you guys get a chance, go read Romita's his story, not his backstory, his story of how he came up and everything, and how he was on Daredevil and how he didn't want to go to Spider-Man, and Stan Lee wanted him over there, and he copied Ditko's style because he just didn't think the whole Ditko leaving thing was going to last for maybe 2-3 issues, and then he'd come back, and then it turned into this whole thing where like 6 months down the road he eventually stopped copying him, which ultimately ended up being a good thing because it eased readers into it. And he was on Spider-Man for a long time. And it's kind of hard to track exactly what he's on because especially back in those days, they did a lot of different things. Sometimes they would take credit. Sometimes they wouldn't take credit. They do half of something. They do part of the cover. They do part of the interiors. They lay out the storyboards. He's involved in ASM for a long ass time. He goes off and on, but he's there, especially when it comes to covers. And he was the, what was he? I forget what his position was that it became at one point. Like he was in charge of like all the artists. I forget what it was.
Well, was it? He probably had like the longest run in Marvel when it comes to like ASM. I would assume.
In terms of what?
Of art, being an artist. Yeah.
Again, yeah. Yes, but again, it's hard to track. I mean, when it comes to the newer stuff, there might have been someone that's on longer than him, especially like if you add up all the time together. Yeah. I don't know who's got the longest consecutive run on ASM. Go ahead.
But definitely like Romita, it hits hard because it's just like, I don't know, like it's like all these guys, Neil Adams, I felt it, because Neil Adams iconic when it comes to DC, right? Now we got Romita, like these artists, man, you gotta look out for them. Not many's left. Joe Gila passed away not long ago too. So but Romita was the man. He was the man. George Perez, exactly, yeah. I mean, like the only good one, like the ones that are really left that I'm thinking about is like when we're moving on to like the next generation, where like the McFarlanes, the Lees, I mean, that I could think of. But yeah, man, Romita was the man. ASM 39 was his first ASM run, right? His first cover.
I have signed.
You have signed, yeah. You have signed in the 9th grade too. At that,
I got you a copy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 6.5. Yeah. Well, actually, it's my son's copy. Yeah,
yeah.
And then, what was it? Daredevil issue number 11 or what? No, what is it? The first time he drew Spider-Man.
No,
16. 16. Okay, 16.
That was the tryout for Spider-Man proper. And I was just thinking about this. Mark Bagley has got to be the longest if you add everything up on Spider-Man. Has to be. I would think.
Okay.
He's on a tremendous amount.
I can't even argue with that because now that you mention it, yeah, he had a run. But damn,
he still does things like off and on.
But yeah, definitely, guys. If you're not familiar with Romita, like most iconic covers he's done for ASM. If you think about it,
It's just the name, like Rami. It's just, I don't know. It's just like a powerful name. And the other thing is too is when you look at like a lot of these original guys, they all make it, most of them, to pretty old ages.
Yeah.
Like a tremendous amount of them.
Yep.
So
He's also co-creator of Wolverine too. Also, him and Trimpe. Yeah. So
he's also, in a way, part creator of the Punisher too. Like he's the one that came up with the belt, with the bullet, making up the teeth of the skull and shit like that. So again, it's like pieces of him all over. Even when he's not full cover, full interiors, he's all in there.
Sad.
Yes, and I think, what did he start on? Was it the Two Gun Kid or something like that? One of the Western books is what he started on, if I remember right. I can't remember.
Yeah. Most of these iconic artists, man, they start off on some random shit. I remember Neil Adams. I years ago, like I DM'd him on IG, and he answered back. Answered back because I asked him, I was like, "What is your first cover that you've done in comic wise or whatever?" And he was like, the first. Well, if you're gonna talk about the first cover I did, it's gonna be on some army, like Navy. I think it was a Navy like book or whatever it was, back from the '60s and stuff like that. I was like, damn, my man put it in. I searched it up. I forgot what it was. I can't remember off the head now. And yeah, man, I'm like, damn, shit. And then you think about his Archie. I think Archie was his first comic book. I think Archie Silver Age Archie, I think it was. But yeah, man, just shit like that. Then now Josh talking about like a Western book, Romita, like things you don't really, realize. You don't think that they would be drawing like off like ASM or a Batman like for Neil Adams,
Yeah,
so, pretty cool.
So the other one that I wanted to talk to you about, which just found out today, which I don't know if you knew him or not, Mikey Halpern. You know who that is?
Nah, I can't think of the name. No, it's not jumping at me.
So his father is the owner of Heritage, or one of them. So Mikey was 27. He unfortunately passed away.
Oh, wow. Young.
Yeah. And he was a regular at comic shows, specifically the bigger ones. He would buy for Heritage. He was a buyer for Heritage. He'd just walk around and buy shit. And Mikey was one of those guys where he was so nicest kid in the world. And I call him a kid. He's not really a kid, but to me, he's a kid. Nicest kid, had one of those like infectious laughs, at least to me, where, like one of those people, when they laugh, you laugh because they're laughing. He just had like a really good sense of humor. There was a couple shows that I was going to say I did with him. That's not what I mean. A couple of shows we were both at where me and him walked around together, especially because I'm with, the vendors. Vendors usually let vendors go through their stuff before, the crowds can come in and stuff like that. So what Mikey would do is he would go in to everyone's booths and he'd start picking out all the slabs, right? And he'd literally be checking all of them for anything that, like, oh, how can I get this bumped? How can I get? And those were the ones that he would buy. And he was good at it too. And so the two Mikey stories that I had, or two that I like to tell people, is at the New Hampshire show, the Little Giant show, the one that we went to, he was there, where I got my Tomb of Dracula 10. We were both in this guy's little booth together, and Mikey's in there doing his thing, and he's constantly talking, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he's got this Tomb of Dracula 10 in his hand. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that's the book I'm here for. I really want it. I'm like, there's no way he's going to pass that up. He's going to put it in a pile and say, give me a price, Sky later. And he's not really paying attention. And he just puts it down. And as soon as he put it down, I snatched it like literally like right from him, like not out of his hands, but right from under his hand. And I gave it to the guy and I told him I wanted it. The guy mispriced it by $2,000 at the time. So I got the book for nothing, or not nothing, but half of what it went through. I got it for like $1,800 or $2,000 when it was like a $4,000 book at the time. And I would always I'm like, hey, how come you put this down? He's like, I don't know. I was whatever. And then the other thing is, so I didn't see him at Terrificon last year. I saw him the year before. And he was always trying to get me to sell my ASM collection to, well, not to him, but through him to Heritage. I'm like, no, bro, it ain't happening. Like, maybe one day it'll happen, like long time from now, but it ain't gonna happen. But yeah, that's sad, really sad. Young kid,
27, man.
Yeah, just a shame.
Rest in peace, man.
Yep. So,
what else?
I don't have anything else. We can move on to books now. 20 minutes in.
Books. Yeah, we could do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Something is killing the children. 31. Go ahead.
I don't really. That doesn't even look like a Stephanie Hans. It looks like a Jenny Frizen cover.
Sorry,
man.
It's not Stephanie Hans. It's Jenny Frizen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was about to say. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, there might be a lot of mistakes. I was heavily distracted today, so I apologize. Yeah, that is not a Stephanie Hans. That's Jenny Frizen. And you're going to see it in the next two because, look, I don't know if these are different in some way, but they're being advertised in the same picture. This is just lazy fucking nonsense to me.
Mm.
Like, why? Just cut it. Like I when are these companies going to realize? I think they might be starting to in a way, especially with Marvel, because they're doing second prints as like just virgin covers. They're not even like taking art out of the middle of the book anymore or things like that. Not usually anyway. I'm really hoping that a lot of these places are going to be like, enough is enough. Boom is going to be the last to do it because they just do it in every kind of cardstock, foil, and everything else.
Save the trees.
Yeah, right. This one's pretty dope. This kind of reminds me of the very Gary one that was done for him, believe it or not. I don't know if Ryan Brown did that, but what do we got? No, that's a mistake panel. Look at that. 2 mistakes in a row.
Okay.
So right into Marvel, like I said, no DCs this week. We got ASM 31. You read ASM 27. I read ASM 27. Michael?
Yeah. I mean, they coming out bi-weekly, I guess, right? These ASM books, more frequent than anything, man. Because what came out today? It was issue 28, right? Or 28? 27. Yeah. 27. And this is about 4 issues ahead. Issue 27, I thought was pretty good. I liked it. I think it's building up or starting off because I know Dan Slott was introducing, talking about what's coming out later on this year, which is he bringing back Superior Spider-Man.
Yes.
So I think they're kind of like building that up, because in this issue we got Doc Ock, which I think was pretty cool. That we got a little bit of him, because it wasn't much, and I thought it was an interesting read. What you thought of it?
I thought it sucked.
What the whole thing? The Doc Ock?
Look, again, there's parts of it where it's like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea, or whatever. Like them bringing back Queen Goblin.
Yeah, that part that I didn't like. Why?
Well, they're bringing it back because eventually Norman will turn back, and that's going to be the conduit to get him back to the Green Goblin is her. They've already kind of ruined her character, like with what they've done to her. I just thought it's like you have Kamala Khan die, and you don't even talk about it in this book.
I mean, they did.
Okay. Very tangentially do they talk about it. It is barely mentioned. Barely. All they say is like, oh, Kamala Khan sacrificed herself. How long has it been? On to the next thing. It's no, I'm not.
They're kind of dealing with their issues with the death of Miss Marvel. Both him and Norman. It's just because Norman having flashbacks and keep mentioning about her dying and working in his lab and stuff like that.
Brief though.
It is brief. It is brief, but you can see them. Like they don't mention it, but you can see like they're dealing with stuff like that, with the loss of Kamala Khan and Peter Parker feeling like it's his fault. People they both basically taking the blame of her death. That being said, man, issue 31. Cover wise, man, Romita back now doing covers again.
I think he's back on the interior too.
I was enjoying McGinnis's.
I like McGinnis's art. The only thing I don't like about him though is I don't like the way he draws Peter.
Draws him too young.
He draws his head too like big and square. He's like a fucking like
young to me.
Steroids or something. Like look how like accentuated his jawline is. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's what I used to look like when I freaking did steroids. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. And then Doc Ock having issues with his tentacles and shit. You know, like.
Well, that's because like his tentacle, and again, it's like, you know, I don't know if I don't think that's his real set. It's like the set that can detach and go on its own.
Yeah.
And it helped Peter in issue 900 and blah 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 blah. So like. So he destroys those tentacles, and then his tentacles walk away and like find Jameson, and the tentacles are like all beat up. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. You really don't. I don't like the Romita cover. I like all the rest of these covers though.
Yeah, the rest of the covers are all right. I like the other covers. Is the Romita? Listen, Romita Jr. Man. Yo, listen, your pops. You know, I know.
Take lessons from your dad.
Yeah, man. And no, don't get twisted. Romita has some nice covers. Romita Jr.
Sure. Yes, there are ones that you don't even realize that it's really him. It's like, wait a minute, he did this?
Yeah. But is that Perez? That's a Perez.
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. I like the dynamic between Black Cat and Spider-Man. I kind of feel like they're playing a little bit too much now. It's getting a little bit tiring.
Yeah, and it's like, are you guys a couple? You say that they are, but they never really
flirty
like
thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it says she says my boyfriend, and it's like, well, you guys never really like officially got. It's just, there's serious pacing issues, like just weird. And then this is how you ruin this book by doing this. Why?
Why?
Man. What, like, if you're gonna do this, why do you think people want these, or vice versa?
Yeah, save the paper, save the trees. I mean, classified cover.
This is a negative space. Yeah, it's a negative space.
Okay.
Maybe it's Black Cat.
Jim Chung cover 1 in 25 is nice, but it seems like it's been done before.
Yep.
You know? But yeah.
Especially 1 in 25s. They do he's done a bunch that look like that recently. Yeah. Black Panther #2. Did you read #1?
No, I did not read it. I kind of like skimmed through it, but go ahead, talk about it.
So this is Eve Ewing.
Yeah, Al Ewing's daughter, right?
You know, I don't know really how to feel about this book. So, at the end of the last Black Panther series, Wakanda becomes a democracy, and it's no longer a monarchy, and he's exiled. T'Challa is exiled, and he supposedly, between then and now, has left the country, help the Avengers again, blah, 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 blah. But now he's come back. But he's not in, like, Wakanda. He's, like, on the outskirts in, like, another one of their cities. And he's almost kind of like Batman in this, where he only operates at night. He strikes from the shadows. People don't really know it's him. They don't think it's actually T'Challa. They think it's somebody dressed up as him. Very reminiscent of Batman.
Yeah, because from what I've read, he's not king anymore, right?
No, he's not. And
so it is similar to Batman.
It's it almost kind of feels like the next Batman, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And again, there's parts of it that are good, and there's parts of it that are just like, can we speed this up a little bit? Like, he's following this guy around, this lawyer guy who just is kind of like a do-gooder who doesn't really charge for his services and blah, 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 blah. And shit, like, it's a cool little story between him and this guy, but what is the bigger story going to be? It could be cool. It could be.
Yeah.
So we'll see where.
Okay. All right.
We'll see where it goes.
I like the Mike Mayhew cover.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one. Pretty cool. Even the B cover's right too.
Yep. And there was a new character introduced in this. She's like a thief. They don't mention her name, but she has been named. I've seen it.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think I have it right here.
Well, there you go.
Well, here, let me clear. That's pretty cool.
That's a dope cover. That 1 in 25.
Yeah. Her name is Beisa, if that's how you pronounce it. Beisa.
Okay. All right, there you go. All right, moving on.
Blade number 1.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. And these covers are just bad. All of them. So disappointed. There's one that's okay, though. Excited to see Blade get his own series again. That Avengers book that he was in, or that one shot, was fucking awesome. The whole Bloodline, it's okay. But so Marvel's Slickest Vampire Hunter returns in a brand new ongoing by Brian Hill.
Okay.
Who I love because he did what? Killmonger. And Elena Casagrande, I like her art, who did Black Widow. True evil is patient, and a dark ancient power has been shimmering quietly for centuries. And when Blade himself is the one to unknowingly unleash it, Marvel's entire supernatural underworld will come out of hiding to demand he handle it, or pay a pound of flesh for his mistakes. Bloodbaths, blackmail, and Blade. You won't want to miss the explosive first issue of this new volume. I like the blank cover too.
Blank cover's cool, but not yeah. Listen, man, you take it as you want. I don't care. But who's letting Frank Miller still do covers?
Exactly.
Take it how you want. I'm sorry, man. I know Frank Miller is definitely a fucking legend. The man, hands down, no doubt.
Absolutely.
You know, but
doing your own shit. Just work on the fucking whatchamacallit, Sin City and shit like that. I don't want to see you on shit like this anymore.
Not even. I don't think he should be doing covers anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the man is up there in age, and then it's starting to show. Like from the Dark Knight series that he did to now, it's a big difference from his art. I'm just saying, that's just me. What else we got here?
Even still, I mean, believe it or not, I still have never read The Dark Knight.
Really?
Returns. Yes.
Dark Knight?
I know the story of it, but a lot of people, cannot read it because they can't get past his art.
Yeah, but the story's pretty good.
Yeah,
the story's pretty good. Yeah, I was about to say. Let me see. I got the Peaky Blinders. Tom Riley, David Marquez, Peach Momoko. Okay, interesting, but I don't like it. And the John Tyler Christopher negative cover. That's decent.
It is, but these negative space ones are so played out at this point. I mean, I like it. I will get it because I think it's the best cover other than this one. And then, the Cara Andrews.
I like that one.
I do too. Usually much better work though.
Yeah, it's different. I like it. That's my favorite one. Out of all those 1 in 25. Okay.
Hawkeye by Fraction and Aja Omnibus. New printing.
Aja?
Yeah. I think it's Aja. David Aja. So this is Hawkeye from 2012, 1 through 22, and annual number 1. And Young Avengers presents number 6.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting it? No. All right.
No.
Moving on.
I still haven't read the Young Avengers shit, which I've been told to. I have both omnibuses, and they say that this run was really good. I've only read one Kate Bishop series. Granted, I won't judge it by that.
That's the Matt Fraction? That's the Matt Fraction one?
That's this one.
Yeah, that's this one.
The only one that I've read is the latest one that came out, which wasn't very good.
Yeah, I also heard that this one is pretty good, the Matt Fraction one.
Yeah.
I heard good things.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 5. Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 4 was definitely my read of the week. Yes.
Okay. I mean, go ahead, talk about it if you need to.
Just a really cool story about how somebody turns bad because of being collateral damage by a hero. The stuff with the clones is stupid, but the whole backstory of how Gwen is trapped in this tank, and basically it's the evil person telling her whole evil story while she's just trapped.
Yeah.
And I'm just so captivated and fascinated by stories of people in that are not bad, but are turned, when I say, quote unquote bad, do bad things because circumstances have put them there.
Mm-hmm.
She, and I talked about this after the first issue, caused the death of her husband and this girl to be seriously mangled because she was fighting the Sinister Six, and that fight exploded like into her building where this girl was, and it killed her husband and stuff like that. And she was like this brilliant scientist and blah 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 blah. And she was working on this project where she could transfer the consciousness of somebody into another being so they would never truly die. Her husband gets killed. She can't take his consciousness because he's dead, so she tries to clone him, and she manages to do it, but he's not fully there. So she's just constant, and plus she puts like these biotic implants into herself and da 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 da. So I just like stories like that. That's why, even though Avengers, what was the movie? Age of Ultron, I didn't think was the best. The shit with fucking Zemo, Killmonger, he's another one where it's like these guys weren't born just bad people. The collateral damage of people doing things to them caused this to happen. You know what I mean? And I just find that way more fascinating than somebody just being bad for the sake of being bad, It's just it's something that is relatable, or more relatable, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also a cool story because, like, just like with that, the main point of Avengers: Age of Ultron was, you guys think you're good, you come in, yeah, maybe you save what's going on, but you cause so much destruction, and then just freaking leave and think you're the good guys.
Yeah.
So good is just a point of view, depending on whose view it is. So I like it, but again, we don't need a 1 in 100 version of a Greg Land cover that has been so, done to death now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spider-Man India #2. Did you read #1?
Nah. Did I read #1? How was it?
Not good. Nope.
And you still haven't seen Across the
No.
Spider-Verse, right? When are you gonna watch it?
I won't see it in the movies. I'll wait till it comes.
Oh my god!
It won't take long.
Amazing.
Dude, but I was thinking of doing this. I don't know if Nick will do this with me. I don't know if anyone will do this with me, as a matter of fact. I was thinking about on Saturday maybe going to see 3 movies in a row. Spider-Man not being one of them. I was going to see The Flash, Transformers, and then I found that they're actually showing a early screening, like 2 weeks early, of that Jennifer Lawrence movie at another movie theater not too far down the road from the other theater. So,
that comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, she is just bad, yo. Oh.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, I see it. She look good. It looks funny.
Yeah, right. I told you.
Yeah. It looks totally like not a movie that she'll do, but looks like
she's funny though. It's kind of surprising she hasn't done like comedies before. But anyway, this book, I don't understand what the point of it is, and it's bad. It's just bad. It's just like another take on the Lizard. It's it's obviously an Indian doctor that's working on lizard shit, and yeah, it's just bad.
They gave the origin, a little small origin in the movie of Spider-Man in India.
I have the first series. I just never read it.
Yeah, cool covers though.
What If Dark, Gwen Stacy, #1.
Yo, real quick before you get into that, yo, I got a nice deal on the Loki book, the Delato one.
Oh yeah, how much you get it for?
I think 24.
Oh yeah, I didn't even like buy one. I don't know if any of my stores are gonna get it.
That cover is just so
awesome. Yeah.
Oh my god! I got my bad. Sorry to control.
If I don't get it through one of my stores, you're gonna have to remind me, and hopefully it just doesn't blow up. I don't think so. Yeah. Spider legend Jerry Conway returns to his most famous Spider story for the What If, along with co-writer Jody Houser. What if Gwen Stacy didn't die on that bridge that day, but Spider-Man did? Enough said. I presume. Now they've already done a what if Gwen Stacy had survived from back in the day, which is a great book, by the way, and it actually goes for a little bit of money too. Not crazy, but
Yeah.
cop it. Great cover too, if you can. Uninspired covers completely.
Yeah. Well, these.
Yeah, every single one of them.
Yeah.
And they're all artists that I like too.
Greg Land 8 cover is decent. Rose Besh looks like something she's done already. Yeah. Nothing to talk about, really. All right, moving on.
That is
The end.
all. And
Oh, shit. Okay.
so we can go to Lunar real quick, even though there is nothing. Well, we can show it real quick.
Let's go to Lunar.
This is what we got on FOC. All independence. Oh, an Arn Anderson book, Manny.
Oh, shit. There you go. Get him to
My
sign it,
Life
man.
as the Enforcer.
That's right, baby. He was a good villain. Arn Anderson.
Yes.
Okay, damn. Let's see that Cardinal Confessions. Cover C, 1 in 10. Okay, Derek Chu. I sees you. Damn. Should look fake.
It is fake.
Fake
This
ass.
is drawing, Mike. Calm down.
Some Dominican Republic BBL. There you go. Oh my god. All right, what else we got here? That's it. Okay. All right.
I feel like there was something else I'm forgetting to talk about.
You probably see it here, man.
No, I don't think it was a book. Antarctica #1. Again, these I don't want you guys to think that we're not putting anything up here, new, or it's just shit that we read.
Yeah.
I look every week, and to me, none of this stuff is just captivating to me anymore. A lot of this new stuff coming out just isn't.
Nonetheless, it was the Image one though. So
Battle Chasers #10 getting a second printing, and Battle Chasers 10 did come out this week, so maybe you get the second printing in 3 years. Yeah.
Immortal Sergeant. Okay.
Something epic. Void Rivals second printing. That's pretty cool cover.
Oh shit, that shit is dope. Boom Studios. We already went to Sentence Killing Children.
Yes.
Power Rangers.
ASM 300 facsimile poster. Don't get it. It would be a dope poster to have, but don't get it through Diamond because it'll come folded in squares.
I was just about to say that, man. They come all fucking folded up.
They almost had me too. I almost literally went, "Oh yes," and then I'm like, "Oh shit."
Nah. See, if they rolled it up, put it in a tube or some shit, it's different.
They won't. Yeah, if it's from Diamond, I mean, just the fact that it comes in squares is fucking saying something for them. Because if they were in charge of rolling it up, it'd probably come ripped and shit.
True. Moving on.
Cosmic Ghost Rider #5. I think this is the last issue.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't. I like the first issue, but after that, it just didn't. Extreme Venomverse #5. This is the last until you go into is it the end of the Venomverse or something like that? That's the one where you're going to get Kid Venom and shit like that. But you get a Jeff the Land Shark gets venomized, and then what?
That's pretty cool. I mean, because I know they got like a small following. This Jeff the Land Shark. Yeah.
His book's been coming out recently. Then you got a Major League Venom. And yeah.
Venomized. Okay, cool. All right, what else we got?
This is pretty cool.
That is badass.
Yeah. He's been doing good on these the other homage covers. Wouldn't think that was Peach Momoko.
Word.
Ghost Rider #16. Anybody reading this right now?
I think, didn't we try to read issue 1 or something?
I read up to like issue 7. It started good and then also just went. It's pretty cool, Nova. I don't know when he wears a fucking get up like that, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. In the galaxy far, far away.
that's what I need to read. A bunch of old school people have told me that I should get the Nova Omnibus.
Look at that Immortal Thor #1 poster.
Yeah, I hate the font.
Yeah,
Loki #1, second printing, kind of a cool cover. Sigil, which Omnibus, which I'm not even familiar with this. What even Sigil is.
moving on. That's all. Moving on.
So forgive me if that's stupid. Spider-Man 9, second printing, of course, another Spider-Boy related thing, even though he's in it. He's just not in it a lot. It's
It's
I
a cool
don't
cover
know.
though.
Yeah, I mean, it looks exactly like the first printing, except it's red instead of blue.
I think I like the red more.
I agree. You want to see the blue one? Ooh.
All right, what else? What else we got here? Let's moving on.
Star Wars 35 second printing.
Okay, so okay.
Dark Droids #1. I don't think this. I was gonna put this on the slideshow, but it just doesn't seem very interesting.
I think it's worth talking about it though. That's pretty cool. There you go, guys, for Star Wars people.
Dr. Aphra 34, pretty cool cover.
That is a dope cover.
Anybody reading Dr. Aphra or Darth Vader? They always say Darth Vader is a great read. I don't know if it still is. Star Wars Return of the Jedi Rebellion #1. This is just a one shot, I believe. Like they've been doing these because it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Wolverine 35. This is another series. Anybody reading Wolverine right now?
It's a cool cover.
Speaking of, I didn't finish it. As a matter of fact, I'm only about a third of the way through. Is X-23 Deadly Regenesis #4. Pretty cool in the beginning because you got Laura talking about her time with what's her face, Kaiden from NYX, which always was kind of surprised that they never made Kaiden into a character. She was the star of NYX, not Laura Kinney at all. If you haven't read NYX, read it. I think it's fantastic. The first series, not the second one. Fantastic. And Joe Quesada wrote it, which is was saying even more, because I don't think he does anything good. That story, loved it. Dark, mature, great read.
Okay, Betty Page, I sees you.
You never read it, did you?
No, I have not read NYX.
I've only read it recently, like within the past year and a half, 2 years or something like that. I would read that again. That's how good it was.
Phasal.
Very mature themes in it too.
Okay. Traveling Mars. Star Wars Insider. All right.
That's it, yo.
That's it. All right, what we hit 49 minutes. We're doing good. We did good, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you already know, man. Where to find it at?
Yeah, comicbookinvest.com. Ben C, hit him up directly. His phone number is. No.
Yeah. What?
This isn't what I was thinking that I need to remember, but what comes out? Well, pre-release tomorrow or today. You're watching this today? No. Well, yes. Magic, what? Lord of the Rings. Who's going to be the person that pulls the $2 million card?
Who's it going to be, Josh?
No. Josh doesn't get lucky like that.
You never know.
No, I do. It'd be someone like Peanut that does. It's going to be like a kid.
But what is Peanut buying that for anyway?
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to get it because we got allocated heavily. So,
sorry, Peanut.
But like the collector boxes, we get them at cost for $280. They're going $400 plus now.
Sorry, buddy. You don't even watch this shit. But sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry, pal.
But yeah, Flash coming out this weekend, man. I'm definitely gonna see that. I got tickets for Saturday, but Saturday's my daughter's birthday. She wanted to go see Flash. Tickets. I got them shits at 10 in the morning, bro. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
I'll be
Get
there.
it out of the way. Have you seen Transformers?
No, I would like to see Transformers.
I want to see it too. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Nick to do it. We're definitely going to see Flash, but you know,
Nicholas, I'm talking to you, Nicholas. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Just please this guy, man. Just one time, man. All right?
Yeah. Man, what a life of Riley he lives. Fucking every movie we go to, I pay. Well, that's not true. He bought
the fucking look at that. My man's buy you popcorn, buy you a ticket. Get the fuck. Come on, Nick.
No, Nick actually buys this because usually like all the like superhero movies like we'll go see together. Yeah. And sometimes like, you know, these kids will come or whatever. And I usually end up paying for the tickets. And every time at least him, and then his family comes, they always got to buy like all the snacks in the world. And each one of them gets it. So like each one of them will have like a massive popcorn, a massive fucking soda, and then like 2 candies each.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. So last time it was just me and Nick. We went to see what was the last superhero movie that came out? Ant-Man? No.
Was it Ant-Man?
No. Wasn't there something after that?
Damn, boy. Shit.
Guardian.
Yeah.
He bought this, and that shit's expensive. So
this shit is expensive. Yeah, man. For Flash, man, I can't wait to see Flash. It's been hyped up. The trailer's so fucking fire. You get to see Keaton, Affleck, Batman. All this is gonna be dope.
I haven't seen any reviews, but I've heard that critics are scoring it fucking low. And this is how you know these fucking critics shouldn't be critics. Is all these critics, I'm sorry, are from like California, number one. They're all freaking liberal heebs who literally, I don't even know what that means, but they're all liberal idiots.
We just create shit over here.
Yeah. Actually, when I think about it, it actually means something else, which that's not what I intended it to mean. But anyway, they're liberal idiots who will literally... You're there to score a movie based on how well the movie does. I don't give a shit what Ezra Miller has done in his life. That is inconsequential to the fucking movie. Review the movie for what the fucking movie is, not what he is doing in his personal life, which I'm not saying I agree with, but that has nothing to do with the movie. And these freaking companies let these people do this. Like, you're there to give a review on the movie. I don't want your opinion on life.
I mean, you're gonna hear it, man. You know, it's the way it is now, bro. You know,
it's fucking bullshit. Fucking these new, like, that's the other thing. Fucking, not to put me down a tangent. You go and look at these fucking, you know, these quote unquote news fucking websites and shit. You're looking for the news article. They're giving you an opinion piece about it. I don't want your motherfucking opinion. Give me the facts. What is being reported? I don't need to hear your bullshit.
You know, if we have any critics in the comments, man, just let Josh know what you think of the movie and what's going on in your life. You know,
fuck.
Oh my god, man!
Like I said, I've said before, I will never trust a critic again after freaking Star Wars: The Last Jedi, where every single one of them said it was better, as good, if not better, than The Empire Strikes Back.
That's some bold words, yeah. But so yeah, that's what I got going on this week. And I saw talk about that real quick, man. The Flash movie. I was listening to a podcast today, and what's the guy's name who played Lex Luthor in Smallville? Michael Roseborough.
Oh, yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he is. He has a recent show or podcast. I don't know if it dropped this week or last week with James Gunn. And he talks a lot about what's going on with the DC and his involvement in Marvel and stuff like that. So I mean, I heard it. I thought it was pretty cool. Just passing it along to you guys. To see y'all give that a good read. I mean, a listen to and that's all I got going on, man. Not sure if the Warriors doing an auction on Friday, guys. So I don't know. I let them
probably not because isn't it? Something's going on with Biggs this weekend too. Like, I know he's going to see the Flash, but I think isn't it his daughter's birthday or something also?
Probably
somebody's birthday, something like that. I thought he said. on Coffee and Comics.
Oh, congratulations to my man Fetty, man. Big Fetty who pops the Henny, man. Finally got a daughter, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last night this morning, and I sure.
Oh, congratulations! I didn't even know
congratulations.
if I knew his wife was pregnant.
Yeah, man. This is the second one. So congratulations, bro, on that. And he watches this video, man. So.
Oh, congratulations! Get ready to sell the rest of your comics.
Yeah, basically, yeah. What's up? You got something else before we go?
The other thing is too is, they were reporting that both Avengers movie, well, all the Marvel movies are getting pushed back, and they talked about the 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
When did Secret Wars become an Avengers movie now? Avengers Secret Wars?
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought it was just Secret Wars.
That's what I thought so too. Yeah, but didn't they push the Deadpool comes out next year, right? Or does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
2024, I think, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know the event. I mean, they've got problems there at Disney with now the allegations against what's his face, the guy that plays Namor. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. I don't know what's his name.
Tanakh Huerta. Again, I'm not condoning what these guys are accused of. Let's leave it at that. Are accused of. People are innocent until proven guilty. That being said, I don't understand why that means we need to get rid of these people from movies. What they do in their personal life,
kind of reminds me.
I don't care.
That kind of reminds me of what they were doing with Jonathan Majors too.
Yeah.
And you see what happened. Everybody was jumping out. This guy, this and that, and then video comes out and Shorty's setting them up basically.
Well, I mean, I think the only reason they haven't just come out and cut them both is the whole Johnny Depp thing. When they cut him, and then they finally find out that, oh, you know what, it's his crazy ex-wife. So maybe, and this is a lesson I think for everybody, that we need to slow down and not judge based off of just what the first report is, and let the facts come out. And that's not with that. That's with everything.
Yeah, but definitely, man. Let's start a hashtag, man. Hashtag him too.
That's right. It's not just that. It's like, let's just not be quick to accuse before we know all the facts. Just because we don't like somebody for some reason or whatever. And that goes for everybody. I mean, there's plenty of people that I don't maybe like, but have defended only because it's like, well, wait a minute. I think you more so want this thing to be true than it necessarily is. And you're hoping that it's true instead of waiting for the facts to come out first.
I mean, majority of the time that's the case, right? So whatever, man. But I kind of feel you, man, and I agree with you. Yeah, guys, tune in next week. Same time, same channel.
Did you get Diablo 4?
Diablo 4?
Yeah, the video game.
I haven't even played. I'm not a Diablo 1 guy.
Yeah, I know. Because all you do is play stupid fucking Call of Duty with Biggs and Manny and Peanut, hoping that he can join you one day.
Oh, really, Peanut?
Play some fucking real video games, man.
Peanut, I got you, bro. I send you an invite, Peanut.
Oh, dude, you know what fucking sucks? So you know I'm a platinum whore on PSN. Need to get the platinum trophies. Yeah, so I can't platinum fucking Jedi Survivor because the whole thing with the bounty hunters glitched out, and it's a known glitch where it just stops progressing the story. So I can't get that platinum until they patch it.
Ooh, I know. Oh, that's just grinding your gears right now.
It is grinding my gears because you know what? You know what else did that to me? Cyberpunk did that to me.
Fuck Cyberpunk, man. I hate that game.
One trophy short for 2 years. It took them 2 fucking years to patch that. Speaking of Cyberpunk, did you see the Witcher Season 3 trailer?
No, I have not seen it, but I'm going to see that. When it comes out, a couple weeks, right?
Yeah. Well, the first part of it does.
First part, yeah. It's like the beginning of July and then the end of July or something like that?
No, end of June, end of July. Okay. A lot of shit coming out. A lot of shows and movies. A lot in this next month to 2 months. Ton of shit. You got Secret Wars coming out.
The Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion tomorrow, right? Doesn't it come out tomorrow?
Wasn't it 21st?
Is it 21st? Outlander season premiere is tomorrow, even though that show's not as good as it was years ago. They moved it from Sunday to Friday. I'm not really sure why. You know, a lot of movies right now.
Yeah.
Flash, Cross the Spider-Verse, Transformers. What's that Jennifer Lawrence one?
I don't know the name of it, but look it up.
No Hard Feelings.
Yeah, funny
Secret
and
Invasion, Witcher, Outlander.
A lot of shit going on, man. And then you got games coming out too. Look,
a lot of games, man. A lot of games. Mortal Kombat on the way. Yeah. Starfield on the way. Freaking Diablo, Zelda out right now. Jedi Survivor, Assassin's Creed in October. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. So
get an Xbox.
And some new sneakers dropping. Let me stop. I'm not gonna go into
Magic cards, man.
This guy, Magic cards. With that being said, man, we're done, man. I'm out of here, guys. I have a good weekend. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy your Juneteenth.
This is the third place console.